decided to get the right way. You all married, you all living with somebody else, she over here messing with him, he got a woman in another family at home. All of you all are wrong. But what I have seen is what is right about this is that there's a beautiful little girl and two men are willing to step up to the plate and make sure she has the father that she needs and deserves. However, this is her biological father. This is the man she understands is her daddy. Are you prepared to figure this out for her? Are you just saying you want Mr. Anderson to just walk away? Because I hate to tell you, I don't think he's walking.
The baby's so pretty to walk away from. She's so pretty.
That he's having anything to do with fraud. His girlfriend won't allow that. Well, you're not going to maternity court and not want your girlfriend to know something.
My girl, look, this ain't, it ain't about that. It's about pride.
Exactly. Children are able to understand and adapt. I know if you tell her and you're honest with her, that she will be able to receive it. And as her mother, you're responsible for her and you can do it. Court is adjourned.
One bag, infinite possibilities, cake spin.
Celebrate Zaxby's birthday with half-off handcrafted milkshakes.
Who's got the sauce?
However you book, first check Kayak to compare car rental sites and prices to find a great deal on exactly what you're looking for.
This fall for the drama, fall for the comedy, fall for the scares,
Just let me know, okay?
fall
Okay.
for free. Pluto TV, stream now, pay never.
Most people are too lazy to do this, but it saves homeowners a fortune. I've worked in construction for 20 years now, and it shocks me how many people pay a fortune to upgrade their gutters when there are services like the Gutter Remodel Relief Service. As long as you own your home, you can apply for and get approved for an affordable gutter transformation within 2 minutes. You can click the button below and find out almost instantly if you're eligible. I've done this for hundreds of my clients over the years, but still.
Mr. Ball, you say that you were told by the defendant, Ms. Cox, that she could not get pregnant, and now she's claiming you fathered her daughter. You argue she was sleeping with multiple men at the time she conceived, and say her best friend confirmed it. All right, now Ms. Cox, you claim that your other sexual relationships ended prior to sleeping with Mr. Ball.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you believe he is your daughter's father and plan to prove it today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Additionally, you are countersuing the plaintiff for $460 for an unpaid loan.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now Mr. Ball, how did you first hear that Ms. Cox was sleeping with multiple men?
Well, during the time of my incarceration, Your Honor, we were talking every day, morning, night, we would talk day, and maybe within the last 90 days of me, serving my time, I was getting letters from her best friend stating to me that she was sleeping with other men, going out with other men, and that everything wasn't, what I was being told. It wasn't what it seemed. So when I asked her about it, she told me there's nothing to worry about. Whatever was going on, it's done. Don't worry about it. Well, when I got home, I asked her, is everything, done? Is it over with or whatever? She told me yes. I actually bumped into this guy at the grocery store.
Okay.
As I bump into him outside, I'm asking, hey, what's going on, man? I'm hearing things. I'm hearing that, you've been talking to my girl.
That's
whatever.
not true.
And she's sitting in the car, the same car that we were together. Now, I'm sitting there talking to this gentleman. I'm asking her, what's going on? She's telling me,
That's not true. I didn't know who it was that I had relations with until after the
I didn't know who it was.
And
So hold on, Ms. Cox, I need to clarify. While he was away, were you in a relationship with another man?
we was in a physical relationship. It wasn't like we weren't together, nothing
There
like
was a
that.
sexual
And
relationship.
he knew about this. One
Did
time,
you tell Mr. Ball?
No.
yes, I did. I wrote him a letter and I told him everything that was
No.
going on. And he wrote back and still agreed to come home to me after hearing everything, as long as everything was put to a stop.
So why did he have to hear from your best friend?
She beat me to the punch because my best friend at the time is his other child's mother.
Oh,
Who also still has feelings for him and wanted him to come home to her.
But that has nothing to do with it. She was basically telling me, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm just letting you know before you come home and look like a fool to yourself and on your friends. So I told her, this is what I'm hearing. Now, what she says about it being just a physical thing, what I'm hearing is this guy was living there, he was staying there, you had keys to the
I'm
place.
telling you, like, I'm just the best friend, like,
when you got home, did you have any indication that she was
these
cheating?
people, God.
Every second
Well,
of the
you
day.
were every second?
I was
So you
looking every second of the day.
forgot about the time where I dropped you
You're
off
using
at
my
your
car,
mom's?
taking.
You forgot about the time I dropped you off at your mom's
You
house
don't-
and we got into that big incident where I dropped you off at your mom's house, went and got my haircut. Within the time of me going to get my haircut, coming back and picking her
That's what
up.
the text message
When
was
I
for.
got her, when I
If you
picked
ever
her
got
up, she was already acting, shady. Or maybe mad, and we came home, everything was fine. She said, I'm tired, I want to lay down. But when she laid down, her phone went off. I said, well, if she's sleeping, I'll answer, no problem, whatever. We don't have an issue with that. So I picked up the phone. It was over 100-something messages in that phone. And that's not just over a time period. This is over one day. So I'm looking at the messages. Come to find out, it's the same guy that's been going on from day
Because
one.
he contacted me.
But did you respond?
Yes, I
Did you tell that
responded.
man
Yeah,
that you
I
loved
did.
that man?
Yeah, but who are you
Did you
talking
tell
to?
that man that you
Who are
loved
you
him?
writing on the internet? Who are you talking to?
What
I
did
didn't
you
even touch your
see
phone.
in the text message?
So I seen that she was, telling him that she missed him. They wished that they were still talking. They wished that they were back together. Whoopie whoop. And I love you. And I asked her. So I asked her.
She's admitting to that.
Right, but it's easy now. But when I asked her, it was easier to deny. It was easier to deny.
So, did you have any other proof that she was still
Yeah,
cheating?
okay. One day I was at home on the internet, grabbing pictures off of our computer, and I pull up a picture, not one picture,
But
but
he
multiple
knew I was
pictures.
hanging out with the guy. He knew about the guy.
Of her, and not only just that guy, another guy,
No,
and
don't say
another guy, and I
that.
asked her
Don't say
about it.
So, let me ask you this, what was in the pictures?
Her arms around guys, kissing around guys.
No, it wasn't no pictures like that. And the pictures were deleted. They were in the recycling bin. He was looking for a reason to argue.
So
And the
you're saying
pictures
that
weren't
was your
uploaded.
past?
The pictures were not even uploaded to the computer by me. They were uploaded by his child, the mother of his other child.
Your best friend.
Right. That you slept with behind my back.
Not at all.
Yes, you did.
Not at all.
Yes, you did.
Not at all.
My supposed to be best friend at the time
Supposed to
was
be.
living with us, and she was sleeping with him and his cousin at the same time. And she got pregnant and lied to me the whole time she was pregnant that the baby was not his, it was his cousin. When the baby finally did come back to be his, when the baby was like 6 or 7 months old, that's when she finally broke down and told me. And you know what? I was still her friend, and I was still there for his child, taking care of his child, stepping up, doing what you were.
How was that?
How wasn't it?
How was that?
How wasn't it? How wasn't it? She lived with me. I took care of her because he was too lazy to get up off his butt to go and get a job.
So when I first came home, I wasn't looking for a job. When I was with her, when we were looking for a job, she was sitting right outside.
This is
like,
crazy and so messy.
And then I was texting another guy, because I was texting another guy while he was in the place filling out a job application. That was his excuse to stop looking for a job.
It's so messy.
Man, let's get some order. Now, you all going off and just talking about a whole bunch of nothing now. This is just ridiculous. Ridiculous. But we do know you were intimate after he got home. That's why we're here today, because at some point you find out you're pregnant.
Yeah, he slept with me unprotected the day that he came home, and during intercourse told me he wanted me to get pregnant.
Okay, well, she also made sure that she didn't tell me anything about her being pregnant until after the fact of me dropping
No,
her
I
off
didn't
to
know I
work.
was pregnant.
She told me that before I dropped her off,
He
when I
stopped
dropped her
at the- he
off, I
stopped at
turned
the
the corner.
pharmacy.
Before I even turned the corner from getting gas, my phone's ringing and it's her.
'Cause I was nervous.
I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant.
Okay, but Mr. Ball, what is the big deal that she didn't tell you while she was riding with you until
Because
after she got to work?
From what I heard from her still best friend, at
Oh,
the time,
goodness,
that
yeah.
she was oh, I'm pregnant. He gonna do
No, I
this for
didn't.
mine. He gonna do that
No,
for
I
mine.
didn't.
Also hearing, why would you wait until
I
I
didn't
drop you
work
off
that
at
night.
work?
You came back across the
Why
street,
would I
so
drop you
hold
off at
on.
work and you not tell me?
Are you suggesting to the court that she was pregnant even before you came home?
No, because he's the one that wanted me to take the pregnancy test, but I wasn't
It's a
late on my
possibility.
period yet,
It's
so
a
I told
possibility.
him, I said, I don't feel that I'm
I
pregnant,
feel
I don't feel different. He's the one
But I
that
feel
told me, I
like,
think you're
if all
pregnant, I
this
think you're
going on, with
pregnant.
all the evidence piling up on top of everything, why would you not want to be upfront with me about you think that you can even be pregnant?
So, Ms. Cox, when your daughter, Gabby was born, was Mr. Ball there?
Yes,
Did
ma'am, he was.
participate?
Yes, ma'am, he did. My water broke February 10, 2010 during intercourse with Mr. Ball, and he drove me to the hospital. He was there the whole 3 days drove me home from the hospital and we stayed with him. He never expressed to me in the hospital that he had doubt or anything. These are pictures of him and me and my daughter Gabby at the hospital after she was born.
Jerome, can you grab this evidence for me, please?
He never expressed to me that he had any doubt at all whatsoever. And when it came down to signing the birth certificate, he wouldn't. And he never did. He would not sign the birth certificate because he said he wanted to make it hard for me with child
Why would I
support.
tell you I wanted to make it hard for you?
And I
When I'm there, but I want to make it hard for you, but yet I'm there.
I offered him a DNA test in the
I
hospital.
want
He
to make
didn't
it
want
hard
it.
first one.
He didn't want it. I offered him DNA. I made appointments for DNA tests and have been on my way to pick this man
But
up.
yet I'm there.
On my way to pick Mr. Ball up for the DNA test. He wants to give me stories. Oh, we don't need the DNA test. Why did you stay in the hospital for 3 days? Why did you, if you felt you had doubt, why didn't you take care of this 3 years ago?
That's not my daughter.
No, I have not. Oh, yeah,
Mr.
yes, I have.
These photos she presented, you look like a proud daddy. You look very happy.
After I left the hospital, I realized like, oh, there's shy support.
Self-telling you. I don't think that, this is not your child. When we get into arguments, it's not my child. When we're fine and we're daddy and everything's okay, that's my baby.
I have not said that to him in years.
But you have said it to
Yes,
him
I have said
before.
that to him. Yes, I have.
Oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. Once you tell a man that a child is not his, it's gonna always be a source of doubt. Mr. Ball, you brought 2 witnesses. I'd like to hear from your first witness. Please stand, ma'am. State your name for the court.
Brittany McDonald. I'm his fiance.
All right, what do you know about this situation?
I know that when me and him got together, it was right away an issue. The first day he came down to my house, she showed up at my house. She was outside honking her horn, screaming, crying. He had actually
Ms. McDonald,
She's the reason why.
why do you think Ms. Cox is claiming that Mr. Ball is her child's father?
I feel like the child is just a pawn to get him back. Everything is about him and her. It's not about the
Oh, that's
baby.
a
It's always about
best
Jesse
friend.
and Brittany. No, it's not. Your Honor, I have a text
Yeah.
message still there where
The
she
new
is
one,
telling
the new
me
best
she
friend.
made him open his eyes and realize that Gabby is not his child. I have the text messages right there, Your Honor. And I have the messages.
Will you hand me that?
I have the messages from her where she's telling me, Gabby, he only wants something to do with me and Gabby when they're broken up. So,
All right,
anyways.
let me read these from Brittany, and that would be Ms. McDonald. You talk so much, shut up. He don't want nothing to do with you or Gabby till me and him break up. He don't want nothing to do with Gabby because I finally made him open his eyes and see through your lies. He don't even care about Gabby because everyone knows she ain't his.
And that was while they were broken up. That was while they were broken up. Because I was with Mr. Ball, and she couldn't bear the fact that we were together. So instead of texting Mr. Ball's phone, she started texting my phone.
Okay, Ms. McDonald, thank you so much. You may be seated. Mr. Ball, you have another witness?
Yes.
Ms. Montgomery, please stand and step up to the podium. All right, so you are Mr. Ball's mother.
Yes.
Please, mother, enlighten the court. What do you know about this situation?
It's been going on for years. They were teenagers when they met. It was innocent, cute, fun. There was no babies, but, it's just a lot of anger. I don't like the fact that, my granddaughter, and that's what I call, she calls me G-May, short for Grandma Erica.
Your Honor, I don't even know why she's gonna stand up.
What is your emotion?
I wasn't there because it was about her attitude toward me.
Why is she
And it
crying?
was fun,
Why?
and it made
Crying.
me bitter with us. And I chose not to be there. The aggression has always been toward her and me. So I tried to work it out, be a grandmother.
But you're not
And
there,
I-
you're
so
crying. I don't
She's never
understand.
been
Me
with
either.
my
Oh, okay.
Do you believe your son is
Start crying
Gabriel's
for like
father?
no reason.
I don't know, because when I did come into the picture, I accepted it.
It is your belief that this is your grandchild, and your hope for today is that the DNA testing proves
I want
that.
closure, yes, ma'am. Yes, I do.
Thank you so much. You may be seated. All right, so Ms. Cox, you've also brought your mother. Now, please stand and step up to the podium. Now, Ms. Cox, I know you struggle a bit with your voice, and so, wonderful. I will read that for you. Thank you, ma'am. This is a statement that you've prepared. Dear Judge Lake, what I especially don't like is how he, and that would be Mr. Ball, has treated my daughter and family after all we've done for him. When he got out of prison, he stayed with me me for 3 months rent-free and didn't lift a finger. I really saw his true colors in December of 2011 when he kicked my daughter and grandbaby out in the snow with all their gifts. I'm not being racist, but he knows he can get away with this because these girls are white and more submissive. He would never try this with a black girl. Respectfully, Linda Cox.
Where was the respect there?
Why?
Your Honor, as she just stated that I couldn't get away with it with a black girl, I've had plenty of black girls.
No, he does not. No, he does not.
I have had a black woman who thought that she was pregnant by me. She had twins. Come to find out they weren't mine.
So,
Because I had doubt.
if
Because
he
she
has
got
doubt
in
about my
trouble. She got
child,
in
why
trouble.
would he wait 3 years?
But
She
I
got
want
in
to bring
trouble.
this back to Gabrielle. You still wanted to step up to the plate just in case this child was yours. Is
Right.
that your contention?
Yes. Yes.
It's never about my child, it's always about me, because we were just sleeping together a week ago.
A week ago?
Yeah, a week ago. We were
Oh
just
my
at
God. Why you still sleeping with him? Like, right.
It's
At my mother's house.
At his mother's
If
house.
he's taking
Yes.
all this anguish,
Why
why?
You were at his mother's
A
house?
week ago. No.
Yes, we
No.
were. Yes, we were.
A week ago.
A week ago.
No.
Might have been like 9 days ago.
No.
A week and a half ago.
No. During this
Mr.
time,
Ball.
it was not 9 days ago, Your Honor, but
Yes, it
yes,
was,
we were
Your Honor.
intimate.
In the last 2
We
weeks.
were, it was within the last 2 weeks, Your Honor.
So maybe they will still come back for another DNA.
2 weeks. The bottom line.
Yes.
You were intimate with her recently.
Yes, Your Honor.
And just a few weeks ago, about a month and a half ago, I helped him with money for child support for his other daughter,
Oh my
so that he wouldn't go to jail,
God.
so he wouldn't be incarcerated.
Why? If he
And
ain't
these
doing
were
that
text
for your
messages from
daughter.
him.
Yeah.
Asking for the money.
Why?
And
Why?
Jerome, please hand me that.
Jesus Christ.
And this is the basis of your countersuit.
Mhm.
Is there any way you can help me out with a little money so I don't go to jail when I go to court? If you could help, I'd be grateful and appreciated, but you know I'd pay it all back when I get this money.
He's referring
Make
to.
sure you put it all in writing and I will sign it so you know I am for real. I'll pay it back. Thanks again for your help.
So,
How much money did he ask for?
$460.
Mr. Ball, did she give you $460?
yes, Your Honor.
Did you pay her back?
No, Your Honor, no.
He still to this day doesn't work. I've even tried helping him get a job. I was working at a fast food restaurant trying to get him a job. He
Get
won't
off
work.
onto one of your
You gonna give
tangents.
him money?
I would like to rule on your countersuit. You have stated that he asked you for a loan, you agreed to it, you stated that he promised to pay you back, you agreed to it, and there is evidence here in writing that you agreed to pay her back. So it is the judgment of this court
$35,000 in
that you do owe her $460, and it needs to be paid within 60 days. Are we clear? This judgment is for the defendant. Now, let's move on to the paternity results. Jerome, the envelope, please. These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. In the case of Ball versus Cox, when it comes to 3-year-old Gabrielle, it has been determined that Mr. Ball, you are her father.
Ooh. You don't have a job, they keep making babies. Right.
Is that the news you wanted?
Yes.
So understand this. Whatever the doubt has stopped you, blocked you from doing, from fully committing, from fully taking responsibility, that excuse is gone now.
Right.
And you're her daddy, her father, and she's counting on you. Have you found a job yet?
No.
You need to find one. Are we clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Ms. Cox, you have worn me out this afternoon. Woo! You just done it and running your mouth and talking so much. Nobody want to be around you.
It's because it's been going on for too
This
long.
is my point. But now we have the results. The excuses are no more. Take a breath. Breathe in the new truth that we have realized today
better when you do better. You do better when I do better. One bag, infinite possibilities. Kate Spade.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or pressured to share explicit content by
Miss Robertson,
Yes, Your Honor.
your world was turned upside down at the age of 8 when you received the shocking news that the man you believed to be your biological father was not.
Yes, Your Honor.
You were informed that the defendant, Mr. McBain Sr., is your father.
Yes, Your Honor.
No,
You dragged him to court to prove that today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. McBain, you say during your military career you were married to the plaintiff's mother. However, you're certain that you are not her father because you claim her mother was unfaithful and you have proof.
yes, Your Honor, I do.
Ms. Robertson, now what happened when you turned 8 years old? Please tell the court.
When I was 8 years old, my mother had sat me down and she had found Mr. McBain in the phone book and she said, "This is your biological father right here."
She pointed him out in the phone book.
Yes, Your Honor. And from that point, I didn't really think anything of it. I was 8 years old. It was kind of like it was nothing. So now my question is why, if he's denying it, why is his name on my birth certificate? Why did he sign his rights away? And Your Honor, I have proof right here.
Brian, can you please hand me that evidence?
Yes, Your Honor.
And this, I can see, is still affecting you, even as an adult woman. This
Yes,
memory of being told this at 8 years old and having so many unanswered questions.
Yes, Your Honor.
So this is your birth certificate.
Yes, my name may be on there, Your Honor. However, it's on there because the state put it on there. I had nothing to do with putting my name on her birth certificate.
So you're listed as father,
Yes, but that was against my objections.
but during that time you were married to her mother?
Yes, ma'am, I was.
So a child born within a marriage is presumed to be
Yeah,
the husband's child.
yeah.
So your name was automatically placed on the birth certificate as father. But even in that moment at the hospital,
I wasn't there.
you weren't there, but you would not have voluntarily placed your name on the birth certificate if you had a choice.
No, Your Honor.
Because you had doubts even then.
Even then, I had doubts. That's one of the reasons why I let Mr. Harris go ahead and adopt her, because she did deserve to have a father. It's not her fault who her mother is.
So you were married to her mother,
Yes, Your Honor.
and you served in the military.
Yes, I was.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you.
But during that time, you said she was unfaithful.
Yes, Your Honor, she was. Not only she was unfaithful, she asked me for a threesome at one point in the marriage as well.
So, Ms. Robertson, I want to move to you a little bit because after 8 years old, how were you coping?
I let it go until I turned it right before my 13th birthday. And that's when I had told my mother that all I wanted for my 13th birthday was to meet Mr. McBain.
What did she say?
She got it for me.
I don't remember that at all.
Well, wait a minute. If you don't remember it, let me have her tell it. Ms. Robertson, what do you remember?
It only lasted about 40 minutes, and that was like more than anything in the world for me at that time. And then it was over. After that, I believe I had talked to him a couple times after that. Then all of a sudden, his phone number got disconnected. It was taken out of the phone book, and he was just gone, like he fell off the face of the earth.
I'm not her dad.
Your mother is absolutely shaking over here. I want to stand her up. Ma'am, please. Ms. Graham, thank you for being here. Do you have any doubts that Mr. McBain is your daughter's biological father?
Your Honor,
Why would
Miss McBain, you and I were married. We were living in the same place.
Yes, and I worked a lot.
And you were there.
I was in the United States Coast Guard, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
And the first unit that I was in, we were 1 in 4 duty, which meant I was off for 1 day and on for 4.
And you're suggesting that you worked too much to be her father.
No, I'm saying I'm not her father because while in the Coast Guard, just before she informed me that she was pregnant, I was told by the Coast Guard I was sterile.
And you've got 3 kids after that, Mr. McBain.
3 kids after that. However, it was due to stress. I was under a great
Yeah,
deal of
you were under stress with other women.
I never once cheated on Miss Graham. I'm not like her.
You believe she was cheating on you around the time Ms. Robertson was conceived?
Yes.
Explain.
And one example, I was working 7 days a week for about 3 months straight, and went back home. As I'm walking across the living room, I look over and there's a pair of boots and a coat on the floor, and the coat on the
Your Honor, those were his boots and his coat.
It was size 10, Your Honor. I wear size 12. The coat was a medium. I wear a 2X coat. Anyway, I walked over to her room. I beat on the door. I said, I don't know who you are in there, but you've got 30 seconds to get out of my house, or you're going to be really sorry.
No.
It's completely refute
I met
this suggestion that you were in your room with another man.
Not only was she in a room with the other man, but she was having sex.
So you feel like you caught her.
He's been a sperm donor to me. That's all he was. Our whole marriage was a joke.
She was a cheat, that's why. She cheated on me almost from day one.
So it's obvious you all had some marital issues. During the time Ms. Robertson was conceived, do you remember anything?
Yes, that's about the time that we had the threesome.
Your Honor, there was no threesomes in Kodiak. And if there was any threesomes at all, it was because Mr. McBain had asked for them.
And why would I do that? I did that to try to appease you and keep your lips closed.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. Now, Ms. Graham, I did hear you admit that you were cheating, but you said you were cheating after Ms. Robertson was already conceived and born. Now, earlier you said
Yes, you may.
you never slept with anybody.
No. Before Miss Robertson was conceived, no, I had not slept with anybody but Mr.
That is
McBain.
an outright lie.
After I found out I was pregnant with Miss Robertson, then we had split up.
I believe that the guy that we had the threesome with is actually the father of Miss Robertson.
Oh, excuse me. And who is that?
It was an individual I was stationed with.
Yeah, you were stationed with a lot.
I know, I know you.
But wait a minute. He's talking about.
Oh my God.
You truly believe this other man could potentially be Ms. Robertson's father?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Why?
Well, between the Coast Guard telling me I was sterile and the fact that the man is Hawaiian and Samoan.
Your Honor, this girl is white as white can be.
So wait a minute, you're saying the other guy is Samoan,
Yes.
I gotta do that.
and so that's how you believe that Ms. Robertson looks Samoan?
Some of her facial features, yes.
Your Honor, this is a confusion I put up with during the whole marriage with this
The
man.
confusion she put up with, she couldn't figure out who was in her bed.
Woo! So, Ms. Graham, I have to ask you respectfully, do you remember this threesome?
Not that he's talking about, no.
Do you remember any threesome?
There was one or two, yes, at his request.
Okay.
You're the one that brought your friends to me.
Oh,
Why
God.
would I do that?
Because you couldn't fulfill it.
Okay.
Look at the daughter like this. How did we get here?
That they had been in her bed.
10.
Yes, 10.
Really?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you know this? They were talking about it?
Yes, I got them to admit. The first thing I did was I found out who they were. I got them to admit to what they had done because guys like to talk.
So you befriended them, then once they said it, you said, aha.
Your Honor, we were well separated after this time.
So you remember a time when you were having.
Not 10 men, no.
Okay, but you remember when you were, let's say it nicely.
Promiscuous with one other man,
Well,
yes.
that wasn't really the word I was going to use, but since you said it.
Yes, you're
Promiscuous.
one other man at a time.
Ms. Robertson, I can only imagine how difficult this testimony is for you to hear. And as I look at you with tears in your eyes, and you have to listen to this going back and forth between your mother and the man she says is your biological father, it's just not right. Anything you've heard thus far, does it make you think any differently? Do you?
No, because I look like him, I'm built like him.
Yeah, it looks like him.
Well, the part I'm having trouble with, Mr. McBain, is even if your account is true, even if she was sleeping around, if she was your wife and you were also also sleeping with her. Couldn't you potentially be Miss Robertson's biological father?
I don't feel that she looks like as much like me as she thinks she does. Also, due to the fact of what the Coast Guard told me, and due to the fact that Miss Graham is a cheater.
What do you think Ms. Graham's motivation was to sit Miss Robertson down at 8 years old and say, I need to tell you something?
No idea whatsoever what she was trying to pull there.
Because nobody would walk their daughter, their child into this brick wall. Nobody would do that. So
I have 3 other kids that I've made, and then 1 other that I took on. And my fiance has 2 children that I'm father.
No wonder he's denying it.
This is your fiance?
Yes, ma'am.
Please stand, ma'am. I'd like to hear from you. Say your name for the court.
My name is Sarah Lawrence.
Sarah Lawrence. Okay, you are Mr. McBain's fiance.
She's young. I know.
Had he ever told you that he had another child by his wife? Potentially, even if you didn't believe it, potentially?
Well, actually, I found out about Miss Robinson. She had contacted him through Facebook and also called, and I had no idea who she was, and I kind of freaked out on him a little bit. But then he briefed me on what her motive was, and that was to find out.
He looks like his daughter.
If you were not her father, why did you show up at my house and tell her, I am your daddy?
When
And
did you
turn around and sign your rights away the next day for her.
See, he wouldn't do that.
You don't know
I was
him. You did not know
I was
him.
at your house,
You did
yes.
not know him.
And the reason I was at your house is because the state of Oregon was taking money out of my unemployment for child support.
Because
So
she's your
I
daughter.
went to your house, and I sit in your living room 2 different times, and that's all it took. And your then husband decided he was going to adopt, and asked me if I'd sign over the rights, and I said yes, because it's only fair to her that she's got a father. He was willing to do it, and I didn't feel that she was my daughter.
So, Ms. Lawrence, you hear the story about your fiance giving up his parental rights. 18 months old, this baby's 18
Well, he tells me the story of how he's telling you now. He's an honest man. He takes care of his responsibility. He's just not the way that she's painting the picture for everybody.
You're honest. I'm an honest woman too.
Ms. Robertson, all of this aside,
It's confusing.
it is. And what I see happening before my very eyes is what I know happened then. That they both do all of this, and then you just fade to the back.
Your Honor, no matter what.
Your mother brought her mouth now. I'm trying to talk to you.
I'm happy that I have a father, Mr. Ayers, that has taken care of me. I'm very blessed for that. And
Which is what my goal was to having him adopt her.
and then I have
Every
my
child
mother.
deserves to have a father.
But the truth is, you relinquished your parental rights, and it wasn't until 3 years later.
It wasn't that long, Your Honor. She was a baby at the time.
And I'm scratching my head at how the court went left.
You're right.
Because he didn't think
Yes.
that she was his,
That
and
happened.
because you guys were separated. You guys were
You know.
No, I don't. I wasn't there. But
Exactly.
I
So
believe what you tell me.
you're not even in this picture.
So, Ms. Robertson,
She is in my picture.
back to you, since
Yes,
I
ma'am.
seem to be the only person that addresses you. How in the world have you been getting on and managing all of this? And what do you hope to
I
get
hope
from
that
this?
he is. I want to know more about my background. Like he said, he has 3 other kids. I would like to become in contact with them as well. And
And if it turns out that she is,
Let her speak.
I just, mainly my heritage and to get to know him. I possibly have siblings out there.
So even after all you've heard him say, I can see in your eyes, it still means the world to you that if he's your biological father, for you to have a chance to know him.
Yes, Your Honor.
if she is my child, then I'm gonna have to do some reevaluating of my thinking.
You sure are.
If she is my child, if she's my child,
33 years later.
will you just let me speak for a moment? If she is my child, by all means, I will step up and help her in any way. If she's not my child, I'll still help her find her who her father is.
Thank you, and I have those answers for you all. Ron, these results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Robertson v. McBain Sr., when it comes to 33-year-old Maylene Robertson, it has been determined by this court. Mr. McBain Sr., you are not.
Oh no! Ray looks so much like him. Oh my God. That's great. He was saying the truth, like.
So, Miss Grant,
Oh my God.
you've been very sure. You have to live with the fact that you lied to your daughter.
Your Honor, I have to live with the fact that I lied to myself.
No. You're not gonna go all psychological and get me off my point. Because this is the problem. I'm talking about your daughter, you're talking about yourself. That's been the problem. I have been saying it over and over again, and no one listens. Everyone's still yelling, me, no she, no he. And Miss Robertson has just faded into the background when she really is the person that has endured the most pain. You did your dirt, he did his dirt, but the pile of crap landed on her. That's not right.
No, Your Honor, it's not.
It's not right.
No, it's
Apartments.com helped me find a place I never want to leave. And neither do my friends. Find your place on Apartments.com. The one and only Botox Cosmetic, FDA approved for over 20 years. Book a consultation at BotoxCosmetic.com.
If you're here in the state of Georgia and you've got an old roof, maybe you've been thinking of replacing it for a while, or maybe you need a new roof right now. This month, right now, we can get you a brand new, beautiful roof.
The Juicy Crab, every dish is bursting with bold, fresh flavors. Pair your feast with handcrafted cocktails for the perfect match. Step into a lively space where great food meets great vibes. Share unforgettable moments with family and friends. Dive into juicy crab legs and flavorful seafood boils. With seafood done right every time. The Juicy Crab isn't just a meal, it's an experience. Discover why Juicy never tasted so good. Your next delicious adventure starts here.
no, it's not.
Ms. Livingston, you've petitioned this court for a DNA test on your 21-month-old daughter, Jordan, to prove to your now ex-husband, Mr. Livingston, that he is not Jordan's biological father. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Livingston, you claim that the only reason your ex-wife is denying you are the father is because she desperately wants to have a relationship with her ex-boyfriend, Mr. Dorschlag, the man your ex-wife claims to be Jordan's biological father.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you're here today to prove that you are indeed Jordan's father.
Yes, Your Honor.
So Mr. Dorschlag is waiting in the hallway, and we will hear from him shortly. So, Ms. Livingston, why are you so adamant that Mr. Livingston is not your daughter's biological father?
Around the time of concession, I had sex with another man.
You did?
Yes, Your Honor.
But did you also have sex with Mr. Livingston?
Yes, Your Honor.
So why is it you believe that the other man is your child's father and not Mr. Livingston?
My daughter, when she was born, she looked a lot like Mr. Livingston. She had dark hair and, she had some of his facial features, but as she got older, she got blonde hair. Neither Mr. Livingston nor I have blonde hair, but Mr. Dorschlag does. She started to look a lot like Mr. Dorschlag.
And so, Mr. Livingston, you say today that this is your biological child.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why are you so sure?
Because I was there through all of it. I was there through the doctor's appointments. I was there through the birth. Everything about that kid looks like me.
So take me back. When you found out you were pregnant, who did you tell, Ms. Livingston?
I told Mr. Livingston because we were seeing each other. We had just gotten engaged right before I found out I was pregnant. Like 2 weeks before I found out I was pregnant, we had gotten engaged. He proposed me with my class graduation ring. And then I had a dream that I was pregnant. And I told my mom, I think I'm pregnant. She's like, Jay, you're probably not pregnant. Stress can cause, symptoms.
And so ultimately you did find out you were
The
pregnant.
next day I found out I was expecting. I went to the health department that one. I was like, I want to go to the health department. I want to find out for sure. And we found out we were 4.5 weeks pregnant. I looked at the pregnancy test when she told me it was positive, and I was like, I knew it.
And so, was it a happy moment?
It was. I was excited. I've always wanted to be a mother, and I was excited to be a mom.
And then in that moment, did you also think about the other potential father?
No, because at the time I wasn't thinking that there was a possibility that he could be the father because it was one time.
And so, Mr. Livingston, are you on the baby's birth certificate?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are.
I have been told I was the baby's father from the very first day that we found out she was pregnant.
And you were with her throughout the pregnancy?
Yes, Your Honor.
You went to the doctor's appointment?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you were there when the baby was born?
Yes, Your Honor. I was out in the lobby room because I can't deal with blood. So I let her mother go in the delivery room while she was doing the C-section.
But you were there waiting?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And at this point, you didn't really have any doubt in your mind, is that correct?
No, Your Honor.
So when did the doubt begin to set in, and when were you informed about?
He knew before that there's a possibility because I was messaging Mr. Dorschlag on Facebook, and he told me that he thought that he was the father, but even if he wasn't, that I should leave Mr. Livingston and be with him. Let him be my baby daddy. And Mr. Livingston saw those messages on Facebook. Yes. And that was while I was
Only
6
after
months
I had
pregnant.
to go through her phone, through her Facebook app, to find out that she was planning on leaving me for him.
So you had no idea?
No, Your Honor.
You thinking you're in a marriage that's going well and you have a new baby?
Yes, Your Honor.
We hadn't had the baby yet, Your Honor, and no, I did not say I was going to leave Mr. Dorschlag. I said I married Jason. I married him. He is my child's father. That is what was said in the messages. I never once, at that time, told him that I was going to move to Tennessee with him.
There were several times throughout this whole time that she was planning on creating a relationship with him. They were talking about wanting to form a relationship.
So are you saying, Mr. Livingston, that at first, when you guys were engaged, she was okay with you being the biological father, but then she decided she wanted to be with Mr. Dorschlag, and then all of a sudden,
Yes, Your
she
Honor.
decided you were not the biological
Yes,
father?
Your Honor.
So you don't think this is about DNA, but this is about who she wants to be
Center
with?
part.
Yes, Your
You want
Honor.
center part?
When after I
You
got
want
the divorce
everything
papers,
back?
she started telling me that there could be a possible opportunity
You don't like
that
center
Jordan
part?
is not mine.
You have the divorce papers.
Yes, Your Honor. I have the copy of the divorce papers right here.
Let me see that. So wait a minute. You all are married, the baby's born, and then you get a divorce right after?
No, Your Honor, that is not how it went.
Me and my sister,
But
who's sitting
side
right
part,
here,
but not
we were
side.
sitting on my
What
couch,
side
we
part?
were watching
Yes,
a
side
movie
part.
at my
Oh,
mom and dad's house, and I hear a knock on the door. Well, it's a cop. He's coming to bring me the divorce papers, and then when he leaves, shortly after that, I get a phone call from my ex-wife over here, who tells me that there is a possibility that Jordan is not mine.
So you called him and said that, Miss Livingston?
Your Honor, I told him yes, there was a possibility that Jordan was not his. Also, Your Honor, the reason I filed for the divorce is not so that I could be with Mr. Dorschlag. It's because I got a screenshot of a text message from my family member saying that he had asked for nude photos. From
a family member?
Yeah, from my family member.
Oh.
One that I am really close to. I had
Is
previously
that true,
asked.
Mr. Livingston?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
I didn't start
There's no need to lie.
messaging Mr. Dorschlag about us getting back together or anything until after I filed for divorce.
That is not true. These messages have happened while she was pregnant with Jordan before she gave birth to Jordan.
So you're saying that they were already in contact?
Yes, Your
Sending
Honor.
pictures and texts back and forth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Since the time we broke up till now, we have never been out of contact. We have been talking to each other this entire time. Yes, we still have feelings for each other, and we have had feelings for each other since day one. That's not going to change, and I told Mr. Livingston that in the beginning. I said, there is one person in my life that will always be in my heart, and that is Jason.
This child is your biological. Stand, ma'am. Okay.
Alicia Arbogast,
Miss Arbogast, you are Mr. Livingston's
little sister.
little sister, and so you are here to testify as to what exactly?
For Michael to be Jordan's father.
You believe he is in fact Jordan's
Yes, Your Honor.
biological father. Please explain to the court why.
Because if you look at that little girl's eyes,